apologize for your discomfort, having to send you this cold and all, but we sure need your help. We all are prisoners, slaves in the sweatshop. We'd be obliged if y'all would come and set us all free. And that cold ain't going away till you get your sneezing self down here for the cure. Here's how to get to where we are.
But I just have to be healthy.
Your business happen right now.
I left a lot out in Shifting Gears 1.
I had no communication with my agent.
And now like I've come to grips with not playing. I'm cool with what I'm doing now. You put the work in and then everything else follows. Like I'm done.
I'm at the line taking me.
I overcame that, then something else came.
All right, that's my own.
The last film, it's been like a growing process for me because I still left that window open to like, am I coming back or is it like, am I finna go into film? Like I really didn't give the viewers like an answer. And I did it for that reason because I wasn't ready yet.
You know, we can sometimes tend to lose our way in life. We can also tend to lose track of the things that truly, really matters to us. For me, that's my family. Looking back at this footage right here just puts me back at peace with the person who I really am and where I come from. You know, seeing me as a Maywood buck and just growing from adolescence and just experiencing life, and moments like these I cherish forever. Family is what really matters to me. The only thing. I definitely lost my way in Los Angeles, you know, with the injuries and everything that I had going on. But when I look back at footage like this and see that my family was always there, that has never left my side, always been supporting me no matter what I've been doing. As a child, man, just seeing this footage just makes me feel so loved.
Lane said a couple weeks ago that he didn't have any issues with you, but the only problem he had was that sometimes he feels like you overwork yourself.
Did you expect to have been playing at this point in your career?
Kyle, we were talking earlier about the injury. Just tell us what exactly happened and what the injury was and what the recovery time is.
What's your biggest challenge, it seems like, since you've been here, is staying healthy and being able to be on the field at 100%. Does that continue to be a challenge for you?
Overcame all that. Had 5 surgeries. And like still overcame all that. And still come out on top. Cause now I'm starting to get emotional because I talk about this. Cause my parents, they always been there for me. When I was going through like all that stuff, when I was going through, when I left you at sea, and I had an addiction from being on the pain meds, from like the college, from all my injuries. And I had to come home and transfer and tell my parents that I was hooked on that stuff. And I fought that, I had to fight that demon, and we did it amongst ourselves. Like my family sat me on the couch, and I sat them on the couch and I told them, I said, this is what I'm going through right now. It's just like, I need help. I told them I needed help, because everything I was going through out here at that time, I was losing myself, losing my soul, losing my heart, and who I truly was, the person who I am right now. So, I just came back home, sat them on the couch, and like just truly, like that Coach Sam talked about, like rewrote my life. Like that's real. It's true, because it was tough and nobody ever knew. Nobody knew but me, my mom, my dad and my sister. And we fought through that. And I overcame my addiction without nobody knowing. Without nobody knowing. I'll go to a clinic and all this stuff. Like, I was like, no, I have a name on my back. I said, Prater, I'm not gonna let this beat me and let them drag my name through the dirt. I said, I'm gonna get through this with y'all, but we're not letting this get out. Whew. And I did it. And I did it. And I did it. I beat it.
Last year walking with Hannah to school. Put the sugar in, incorporate it in with the butter and the cream cheese. Things did turn a little left right away with all the injuries. I just couldn't believe it. We were always a focused family, very consistent in communication. We communicated a lot. He was Skype and just Skype about what was going on. Everything was great, and all of a sudden, injuries. And I was like, well, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna push through it. You know, you're gonna get back strong. You're gonna be back out there, and things are gonna work out. But after one, then there was another, and we just kept thinking positive. What can you do? But come to find out, he was, after all those injuries, he had got dependent on painkillers. I don't know, it's just so hard to kind of talk about it, but this will help someone. And it hurt me, being that I had already had an underlying condition before Kyle went out there, having an arachnoid cyst. And with all that going on, it made it worse. I became so sick beyond sick, and I needed him to come home. He sat us down at home. He was like, Mom and Dad, I got something to tell you. I'm addicted. Kyle didn't choose to tell us about this situation until he was accepted at Northwestern, because he knew he can just fight through it. He knew he can just, with a little assistance and guidance and support from us, he could fight this battle, or that battle, the addiction. And he was able to do that, but it took it took time. Not a long time, but it took some time.
Has anyone up here seen what you're really capable of doing yet? I mean, from the time you arrived in spring to now, have you had any periods where you've been able to show what you can do?
Over the middle, and it's caught by Prater.
Simeon looking for the corner route. Beautiful grab by Prater for the touchline, and that is a beautiful catch made by Prater. Simeon at midfield, that ball is complete, and on the run is
pressure check and delivers to Prater. Breaks a tackle, first down. And swings it out, dangerous throw, but Prater makes the grab. Nice cut. Prater, first down, face mask. Flag is thrown.
Kyle Prater.
Now, right now, we are joined by a former NFL wide receiver who's doing big things off the field. He was a former high school All-American out of Hillside, Illinois, leading receiver at Northwestern, and went on to spend some time with the New Orleans Saints. He's now a filmmaker with some genius stuff online. He just dropped a documentary called Shifting Gears about his transition to life behind camera. What inspired you to get into chasing greatness productions after injuries derailed your athletic career?
You know, a lot of people look at us as just putting us in that box as an athlete. So, you know, when I got released, you know, I could have either went home and, you know, pouted and, you know, drained in my sorrows, but I went home and picked up a camera. And once I picked up that camera and started doing freelance work, I knew right then that was my calling.
Snake B, and listen, this guy's gonna do some amazing things. You heard it here first. One of the best minds we've had in football. But just like he said, what he's doing now will trump anything he's ever done in the world of sports. I just hope he takes me along the ride. KP, salute, love you, brother.
year 2.
Chase the greatness, baby.
Teaching these boys out here. Let's go!
Hey, Sean, offense. What offense is that? Offense. Hey, defense is holding it down. We gotta make something happen on O. We make it happen. All we need is one. Defense holding it down. We gotta step it up. Thank you. What happened?
That slant route.
Yeah.
Hey, he ran it like he was supposed to run it.
Yeah, but because they get into that cover too late.
But that's key in high school football to stay flat like that.
Yeah, bro.
He caught it and broke the tackle.
Side Forte goes right through. Forte cuts upfield. Matt Forte in the Green Bay territory.
Man, my relationship with KP, man, is dope, bro. Like, I can't even explain to you almost how impactful it has been for both of us. I don't know if y'all ever had, like, you met somebody or you met a friend and y'all like quickly became on the same page and had like almost the same mindset. That's kind of how it is with KP. A humble guy, humble upbringing, kind of like how I was. It was interesting. I was at my retirement ceremony, Palace Hall at the Bears facility. KP was working for Players Tribune at the time, covering it, and you know he had to mic me up and like shoot the retirement ceremony. The relationship kind of just grew from there. I saw the work that he did on the filming and editing part of it, and I was impressed. You know, there's one thing about creating content, you know, being funny or being interesting, but when you have a message behind it, it's different. That's one of the things I liked about KP is that he's a young dude, younger than I am, but he has an old soul. It's helped me, especially after football and retiring, because I actually learned a lot from him. Him actually being away from football and doing the film, having his own production company already started, and me just entering retirement when I first met him, like kind of not knowing what I wanted to do. It's impressive to me. I know how it feels now being, you know, basically almost a year into retirement and find different things and chase greatness in a different way. KP was able to find something that he's really good at, but also passionate about, make something that can impact the world and impact our communities and impact, you know, culture.
Jake, move over now, right there.
That's it! Let's go!
Lights out.
Let's go! Hey!
Give me a lights
Let's go! Hey! Let's go, boy! Let's go! Let's go! Hey! Hey, let's go, man! Let's go! Hey!
Hey, I love you, bro. I love you too. Hey, keep doing your thing, boy. Okay. Hey, keep doing your thing, boy. Keep your head up. You good. Love you, boy. Good stuff. Jay Jizzle!
I'm Demond Street, senior, number 4 on the field, wide receiver / cornerback. First off, KP is definitely like a father figure to me. He's like always been there for me no matter how hard times it's been, man. Helping me keep my head up, man. He's been there teaching me a lot. I don't know, when in doubt, whenever I'm down, he's always there. The first one there to pick me back up and tell me to keep my head straight. Since he arrived, since last year, we figured that, okay, finally we got a professional guy who come in here with a lot of wide receiver experience and knows what it takes to make it big.
Danny Kenshin, I'm a junior, number 7, quarterback. KP for me just been a real good teacher of the game. He pulls me aside during practice and during games and shows me things that I may not see just because of all of his experience with football.
Jacob Belizzi, I'm a senior, linebacker, running back. My relationship with KP, I feel like I could just talk to him about anything. He's like a friend.
Love you, boy. Did that for you, man. Love you, man. Keep doing your thing. All right, let's go.
Sean Collins, wide receiver, number 3. KP to me is he just elevated my game so much. I started not so good, but with his knowledge and help, coaching me up and teaching me these moments at a time just really helped me become a better player.
You know some serious stuff, man? I love y'all, bro. For real. The past 2 years, last was my first year, second year here now, and y'all have grown every year. I've seen a lot of y'all go from boys to men. In 2 years, I'm so proud of y'all, man. I damn near cried out there, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all keep doing it. They didn't want y'all to win tonight. The refs didn't want us to win. Because it's not the coach here, supposedly, like, we don't supposed to win. Get used to winning. Get used to feeling like that. Because this shit is real. Like, for real. This has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with Matt. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. So let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Let's break it down. All my life, man, we tasting greatness. 03. Make sure everybody hear this. 1, 2, 3, that moment for me, that shift of, careers, having that moment on that balcony really just helped me come to grips with my career, and just to say that I'm at peace. I'm finally at peace. At the addiction that I had, and to overcome that. It's tough when you masking something and nobody knows. It's tough because you're fighting that demon essentially by yourself. But my family knew, but nobody else knew. And your body, man, is a temple, and I was hurt so much that I had these pain meds, and my way of coping through certain situations were just like, all right, God, I'm just taking them. And I felt that was the right thing at that time, because I was just basically running from the problem and not dealing with it, and that wasn't right. My parents didn't know at times, and I was concealing that. I did transfer back because of my mom was sick, and she was stressing out, and she had the slight brain aneurysm, and she's okay now, but they didn't know that I was dealing with that internally until I told them. I had to come back home because of my mom, but also too, to deal with that problem internally that nobody knew about. Telling them that on that couch was huge, and that was a release moment for me, but nobody knew until now. And I feel so much at peace now because I know that I'm about to impact someone's life and help them and change their life, because someone is dealing with that and don't know how to get out of it. And so I'm here today to let them know that they can, through power of faith and family, and just will. And so I'm a retired football player. I'm done, and I've had a great career. I didn't have a long career in the NFL, and I'm proud of the years that I put in. I'm proud of the pain. I'm proud of the losses. I'm proud of everything that I went through. Why? Because if I changed what I've been through, I wouldn't be who I am today, and I wouldn't be the person I am today talking to you. So with that being said, the person who I am today, man, is Kyle Prater, former New Orleans Saints wide receiver, former USC Trojan, former Northwestern Wildcat, and now current filmmaker, director, producer, Chasing Greatness Productions. I'm at peace, and I'm happy to say that I'm able to move on.
Why you call me troublemaker?
And I'm done. And that's a wrap.
Man, it's funny because, when I said shifting gears, a lot of guys don't know how to transition from playing and then to go into the next phase of their life. So when I made this film, I wanted this not only to be for me, but for other athletes and free agents or whatever professional athletes that's out there that don't know how to transition. And you can be great at whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to just be sports. So whatever passion that is, I wanted to get behind the lens and put that out there and just tell my story.